Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jimmy Flores with Jimbach Academy, and we are in the executing process group where we're going to discuss five questions. Now executing is very important because it covers 30% or comprises 30% of the PMP, the Project Management Professional Exam. It's a very important process group, as you can imagine. And now we're getting ready to do the work. We're coming from the planning process group where we created the project management plan, which has all of these subsidiary plans like the time management plan, the cost management plan, the risk management plan, the procurement management plan. But we've done the planning. Now it's time to do the work. So let's take these questions and see how we do. Question number one, which of the following is a tool and technique of the direct and managed project work process? A, project management information system, B, approved change requests, C, enterprise environmental factors, or D, organizational process assets. So think about what the question is asking. It's asking which of the following is a tool and technique. So that's the key point here. And you know the process, direct and manage project work. So what do I need to direct and manage project work? Direct and manage project work. What do I need? Well, I need a PMIS, Project Management Information System. So again, you were looking for a tool and technique, and a Project Management Information System is just that, a tool and technique. Again, you don't have to memorize all the inputs, output tools and techniques, but you do need to have an idea of what they are. So all the other items are inputs to this process. Okay, we came from the executing process group, page 79 of the PMBOK, level 1, because if you know the general idea of inputs, outputs, tools, and techniques, probably not too difficult for you. Moving on to question number 2. An IT project manager is unhappy regarding bugs found in the programming code. He directs a team member to identify all nonconformity, gaps, and shortcomings of the process. Which process is being performed? Now again, the first part of this question is just kind of throwing you off. It doesn't really matter if the project manager is happy, unhappy, or whatever. You need to know which process is being performed with nonconformity, gaps, and shortcomings. A, direct and manage project work. B, perform quality assurance. C, control quality. Or D, control communications. Okay, what do you think? The answer is B, perform quality assurance. So conducting quality audits is part of the perform quality assurance process. So that's what was happening here with this non-conformity. You're doing some kind of audits, and that's where you determine that something is not exactly right and that you need to take corrective action. The goal of the process is to determine if project activities are aligned with organizational policies, procedures, processes, and procedures. So again, read the questions carefully because you're looking for key terms to guide you in the right direction. For me on this one, it's audits, because audits are a tool and technique of the perform quality assurance process. Again, remember, we're executing PMBOK 247, page 247, level 3, because you had to think a little bit on this one. You were given a scenario, made it a little bit more complicated for you. All right, question number 3. Which of the following is not a process in human resource management? A, acquire project team. B, manage stakeholder engagement. C, develop project team. Or D, manage project team. Which of the following is not a process? So again, big picture perspective. Which one would you not find on page 61, really, page 61 of the PMBOK, where it has the matrix? Which one would not be in there under human resource management? That answer is B, manage stakeholder engagement. So manage stakeholder engagement is part of now the stakeholder management knowledge area, which is the new one. This is the new one in the PMBOK PMBOK 5th edition. It's the 10th one. We now have 10 knowledge areas when we used to have 9 in the 4th edition. Executing, page 61, level 1. Again, remember page 61 of the PMBOK. I use that little matrix quite a bit. I want to know where things fall. It gives me a big picture perspective. As you prepare for the PMP, I definitely recommend that page. Question number 4. The project manager is looking for skills to develop the ability to develop the project team. A colleague recommends a workshop covering communication skills, emotional intelligence, and negotiation. What type of skill will a project manager improve by attending the workshop? A, interpersonal skills. B, social cognition skills. C, resource management skills. Or D, active listening skills. Now, when you look at the options here, know that some of these are distractors. Be prepared for that. Some of these are just trying to throw you off. They sound kind of cool and neat, but they're not really anything. So make sure you review these in detail and know where the distractors are coming. The answer is A, interpersonal skills. So interpersonal skills, known as soft skills, include communication skills, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, negotiation, influence, team building, and group facilitation. Again, interpersonal skills include these are known as soft skills like communication skills, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, negotiation, influence, team building, and group facilitation. This comes from the PMBOK, page 275, level 2, because you did have to go through a little bit of a scenario. So anytime there's a scenario involved, it adds a little bit of complexity to the question. Read the question fine and you'll be okay. Again, be prepared for these little tricky things like social cognition skills. Well, I guess that's something, but does it apply to us in project management in the PMBOK? Probably not. Okay? Question number 5. The following is known as tight matrix. Okay, this is a tricky one, really. A, daily stand-up, B, traditional, C, co-location, or D, operational. So what does tight matrix mean? You really have to think through this one a little bit. Well, the answer is C, co-location. So co-location is known as tight matrix. This is where we put people together in the same physical location. By doing so, we improve what's called osmotic communication, where people can learn from each other, communicate with each other. So being in the same physical location is tight matrix, and we know it as co-location in the project management world. Executing PMBOK, page 277, level 1, not too difficult if you just knew the definition. Just knowing these terms can make a huge difference on your performance when you take the exam. Okay, so just 5 quick questions. Hopefully those were beneficial to you. And again, the point here is just to go through and kind of see what you know, what you don't know, where you can improve, but constantly look for ways that you can find the key terms. So at Jimbok Academy, we have the PM Quick Start program, which is a free PMP training. We go through questions, we go through scenarios, and the idea is to get you prepared to have the foundational knowledge of the PMP or the CAPM. Now, we also offer the PM Now, which is a comprehensive CAPM and PMP training product for you. It's got all that you need to do well on the exam. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take studying. Now, I've been teaching these courses for many years, and I can tell you that the study time that you put into it will make a huge difference. But you've got to study the right stuff. So try to do the best we can to give you that and to give you the guidance, to give you the direction, to give you the coaching that you need to do well. With the questions like the ones we have here, the exam-like questions, I think this makes a huge difference because you get to hear someone read through the question, give you some tips on the responses, and that's really what you need when you're sitting there taking the PMP exam or the CAPM. So for more information to pass your PMP exam, go to jimbokacademy.com. And I look forward to seeing you in a future question scenario. See you later.